Okay, in this video, we are going to unpack why personality-led growth is the thing you want to invest in if you want to keep growing your brand through content, because it is the thing that AI cannot replicate. We're going to show you how really smart founders are hiring influencers to be their internal content creators. We've got a great example of that. We're going to tell you why SEO-driven informational content is going to be cannibalized and you want to move towards a more personality-led content storytelling strategy. And we'll examine why the marketing channels that are growing today, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, really are the new battlegrounds for brand visibility. And they lean much more towards the individual than the brand and what you can actually do about that.
We think personality is like proving how smart we are or proving how much depth of knowledge we have, when actually personality is being authentically you and packaging the stuff in a way that's both simple but authentically you. And it's the one thing that AI can't do. AI can help you simplify, but it needs your guidance to package it and put the story around it and make it really authentic.
Exactly. So I think you have to figure out what a personality means for your brand. I think one of the things we're going to have to start to do is think creatively about how we even set up content teams or create content teams. So Mohawk is an awesome founder. I met him when he was raising his seed. They've gone on to do really great things, and they basically make it really easy for anyone to get a visa in any country, make it like one click. And anyone who's had to get a visa before knows that it's not that easy. But what they're doing is hiring in-house influencers to create their content. Right? They're going to travel, and then they're going to travel. And so what they're really going to do is create content around their experiences. And again, this is a really great example of how do I instrument personality-led content within my business? Well, I can just hire people with personalities and give them an incredible job to create that content. And that is going to be really hard for AI to replicate. It's going to be really hard for anyone else to replicate because it's going to be unique to your brand. And so like this is number one thing when I'm thinking through, okay, I do a bunch of educational content. I've never really thought about being in the personality game. I don't know how to even start. Well, one of the ways you could start is like, how do I get creative around the people that I hire into my company to do that work? And I think this is number one. I want to go over to you for reaction.
I'm going to put it back on you with a question, because we have that founder who's running a company that helps people get visas. Could you maybe explain if he was running that company 5 to 10 years ago, what the content playbook would have been and what it is going to be in more detail today?
He's literally going through this difference. I originally talked to Mohawk because he was raising around and we got talking about his marketing strategy, and it was primarily to do the HubSpot content SEO engine, right?
He would be writing very basic stuff like how to apply for a visa, the visa requirements of every single country, all of those things, right?
Extrapolating like all of the questions someone would ask about getting a visa and making sure your content appears in Google.
What paperwork do I need?
Exactly. All of those questions disappear with AI. Like Correct. That is like the best example of questions that will disappear because of AI. It is so much easier to ask these questions to an AI. I will say like my usage of AI versus Google is probably 80-20 in favor of AI. For like informational search, kind of traditional informational search queries, I just ask AI. It's so much easier. And so if you're like, how do I get a visa in Singapore? How long does it take me to get a visa in Singapore? What are the documents I need to bring? None of those things you would need to ask on Google anymore.
They're commodity questions. Right. You can get them answered for free by AI. And so you cannot get any business value from commodity questions, right?
And here's the problem. Here's actually the problem. People are like, well, AI won't give you an accurate answer every time, but it does give you a clear, concise answer. Look at this from Google, right? Best reward credit cards. It basically just directs you to a bunch of other sites who do lists. It just gives you a bunch of work to go and do yourself. And that's why people are starting to gravitate towards AIs, because all this kind of search is going to get commoditized and cannibalized by AI. And so if I'm Mohawk and I'm a great founder trying to build a brand, what do I do? Well, I'm like, hey, where do people actually spend their time learning about travel these days? They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube, they're on whatever other channels they may be. None of those channels are great for me as a brand to show up and teach you something. They are really great places for me to have a bunch of personalities creating content around their experiences and be able to teach you through those things.
Hey, YouTubers. Thanks for watching today's show. Quick stat for you. AI usage has increased by 53% since last year. How do I know that? Because I just read HubSpot's brand new AI Trends in Marketing report. This report is packed full of amazing data that not only highlights the latest in AI trends, but also shows how businesses are using AI to grow. In this report, you'll learn the top 5 AI tools across marketing. You'll learn exactly how teams are investing in AI and where they're getting the return on that investment. And maybe most importantly, you're going to get a data-backed answer to the big question: is AI helping or hurting your marketing career? I invite you to get all of this amazing data and research for free. We spent hours on it. Grab your copy today by using the link in the description below.